Chris from HHN.com with another exciting episode of Topher's Vlog. We are back out. I am on vacation this week, y'all, so I don't really have too much to do. I was gonna try to maybe do one of the more localized haunts this week. I think Petrified Forest or something along those lines, because Spooky Day is rearing its head here in a couple days, and I have vacation this time every year. You know, sad trombone, of course. You know, this time we'd be out at Halloween Horror Nights during this week, and I'd be staying at hotels and, you know, so on and so forth. But that is not happening this year, so it is what it is. But I didn't want to sit at home today, and I didn't have any other plans. So I decided, hey, let's go down to Universal and see if there's any kind of, you know, new stuff going on. I think we're only going to do the studios today. We're not going to head over to Islands of Adventure. We'll see how that plays out. Maybe we'll get in line for one of the houses. I did bring my sunglasses today, like a normal person. So it is what it is. We'll check out the tribute stores, see all the stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's going on sale right now. You know, during normal Halloween Horror Nights, it kind of be the same thing, where we're kind of in the last week of the event and everything kind of goes on sale. So, you know, we're kind of in a normal pattern for something that is familiar to us in a normal year, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, so we're out at Universal for a couple hours just to get out of the house, and let's have some fun. So we got a lot of work happening. They are hammering and jacking away on the new City Walk store here. Got some outdoor walling happening. There's a little bit of a flatter on view, so we got some. So they are working pretty heavily out here. A lot of stuff going on this structure. We were here last couple times. It's, you know, there were things happening, but nothing to this much. Active construction scenes out here at City Walk. So Universal has basically adopted the Disney World has put up signs that are similar, telling people that if you're not properly wearing your mask, you will be required to leave. You know, this is all. This comes as, you know, we here in Florida, the governor has basically reopened everything, but mask policies remain the same at the parks, and sometimes even stricter. So both Disney and Universal putting out these signs. Here's a look at what the crowds look like walking down Hollywood Boulevard. Some guy in a costume up there, don't mind him. I know the parks over the weekend were extraordinarily crowded. Saturday reached capacity for a time. Parks were open late, including enough time at night to do the cinematic celebration there. Cinematics, the Lagoon show was back on. The same will be for this weekend. I will try to be out here for Halloween so we can do the houses on Halloween, of course. I have a feeling I won't be here till late, so, but the crowds are not too bad today, but they were pretty, there was a lot of people there over the weekend, so. I'm a 10-year-old, presented without comment. Here's a look at the New York area. This area tends to have a lot less people than some of the other areas. It's a little bit quieter today than it was when we were here last week, and definitely over the weekend. The tribute store where merchandise is now 70% off. Some merchandise is still 50% off. We'll check that in a minute. It looks like some of these shirts are 50% off. Some are 70. These ones up here. So this is the Horror Nights 1999 shirt. So that's 70. Might finally be time for me to get my Beetlejuice hat with it now 50% off. I've been holding off, waiting for a hat perhaps of this caliber, but that never transpired, so I get my Beetlejuice hat today, I guess. Looks like the Beetlejuice mugs, the stuff over here also 50% off. Shirts. Face coverings are also 50% off. I think last week they were as well, but they were earlier. They were kind of like buy two get, you know, for $20 or whatever. We have this select merchandise 50% off for the poster here. I wonder if the poster, I might get the poster if it's 50% off. More throwback merch, but this is 70% off, it looks like. So the old school Jack one is 70% off, and the posters are 70% off. That's 70% off, but the other one is 50% off. So the throwback 1991 merch is 50% off. So it depends on which one you're looking for. The mask, of course, that we saw inside, these are 50% off. Jack glasses. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna see if they have the new version of Paolo's glass, which was over here. So these still have the misspelling on them. All these are still misspelled. But yeah, so these are 50%. Once again, 50%, 70% off for that one. It's the 91 version. And 70% for the 2000 version. And socks if you choose to have socks. So in the tribute store, obviously everything is 70 and 50% off. There's a lot of discounts going on. I did manage to pick up the Beetlejuice hat. I was kind of holding out hope that they would give us a new hat with all the icons on it, but that never happened. But I did manage to pick up the Beetlejuice hat. Now this stuff is also, it's like I said, 50-70% off. That giant special edition Jack poster is also 50% off, so it's no longer $30. It's like $15, $14.97, somewhere around there. And if you have your Universal on your pass, you could also get an extra discount on top of that. So you know, it is kind of that time. This would be the last week of Horror Nights anyway, and everything would be discounted just like, you know, normal Halloween Horror Nights event, so no surprise there. I am also looking for the Jaws mask. They have the throwback Jaws with the throwback Universal logo and the Jaws character on the top. Those are all but gone. Over in the Film Vault store, they did have some mediums, but no more larges. In both the main Universal Studios store, the Cyber Image store, or the Bourne Gift Shop. It used to be the Terminator store. Film Vault, like I said, does have a couple of the medium-sized ones, but no larges. And then there's also a newer one that has like all of them on it, so all like the classic attractions are on there, but no Just Jaws masks. So kind of SOL on that front. So I'm gonna have to wait until they bring out some more of the large ones. For now, kind of at a loss. But we're gonna take a break, and then it's starting to drizzle a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a break, and then go inside the houses before we get out of here for the day. Okay, so we just got out of the Tooth Fairy. It was raining a little bit before, so sorry I didn't get a chance to get on camera and say I was getting in the houses, but we just did Tooth Fairy. Still, I like the Tooth Fairy a lot, but it's still, I think the Bride of Frankenstein Lives is still my favorite of the two houses. That being said, the Tooth Fairy is still very well designed. It's got a lot of great stuff in there, but I'm still really high on the Bride of Frankenstein Lives. We are about to go inside the Bride of Frankenstein Lives now, and I'll talk to you when I get out. So they have also added these tables up here in the Music Plaza for people to sit. There's the line. See, there is the line actually does extend back here for the time being for the Bride of Frankenstein Lives. The last people are kind of over there. So there's a little bit of a line for the Bride of Frankenstein Lives. I think the wait time said 15 minutes. We waited about 15-20 minutes for it. So there's that. So that's going to do it for me out here at Universal Studios Florida. We just went to the studios today, walked around. We did both houses. We went to the Tooth Fairy. and the Bride of Frankenstein Lives. The Bride of Frankenstein Lives was a little bit of a weird experience today. It looks like their stoppages with the batons were a lot more enforced this time around, so walking through the house there was a lot more stopping and waiting and stuff like that. There is a little bit of a small line that has formed as well. I think it was because they were in the middle of the cash change, but I could be wrong. When I went through it, it didn't look like there was a cash change, but I think that's why it was a little bit stoppages, a lot more stoppages than normal going through the house, or at least what I've been accustomed to going through the houses so far this year. But that being said, I still think the Bride of Frankenstein Lives is the better of the two houses. I do like Eventually Pray, but the Bride of Frankenstein Lives, I just love the energy in that house. I love the way that house is executed. I love the sets, I love the actors. I just love that house a whole lot. The experience was a little bit different. Last week, if you watched the video from last week, you know that we were in that house all by ourselves, like from front and back, all by ourselves. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had inside a Halloween Horror Nights house. This week, a little bit different, but it is what it is. But I will probably be back sometime later this week, and of course on Saturday to try to get in and do the houses actually on Halloween. So we'll see how that goes. But for the time being, it is time for me to go. I will see you guys next time.